Today on the channel, we head to the land of Mattel Basics for a little Basics unboxing with Hulk Hogan and Pat McAfee Regular Edition and Chase Edition.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Basics unboxing and review. And today we're taking a look at Basics Series 139, and we got Hulk Hogan, and we got Pat McAfee, the regular edition, and the Chase Edition. But for all your Pat McAfee, Hulk Hogan, basic, elite, and ultimate needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And basics, you guys know we dabble. We do some basic unboxings from time to time. And there's some key basics I think you do have to grab on a fairly regular basis, we'll call it. How about that? And Hulk Hogan, no stranger to any toy line, including the basic line. So I thought I'd take a look at this one for sure. And then Pat McAfee stole a lot of hearts and then left them just as fast. And I don't know if he's ever coming back to the WWE on a regular basis. I could see him being part of big shows, manias, things like that. But it sounds like he's working his way over to ESPN, taking all the big bucks and doing his thing there. But I guess at least we got two figures of him, and we'll be able to have him as a commentator or wrestler, or why not both? Why not both? So without further ado, let's take a look at him. Let's start it off. We're going to start it with the Hulkster. I think you got to do Hulkster first. He's got a little bit more street cred in the wrestling scene than Pat McAfee, so we don't want to be disrespecting the Hulkster here. But there he is, a plain Jane version of the Hulkster, no doubt, old school early Hulkamania. Looking good there in the red and yellow. Now, I can see a lot of people saying, I don't need this basic. We've had so many Hulksters that look so much like this. We've had Ultimates, we've had Elites, but hey, you got to get one of every variety, and that's what you got with the Hulkster here. Hulk Hogan there, old school glamour shot. Man, look at that hot dog tan. We love it. WWE logo, of course. On the back, got the big cross sell. We got Pat McAfee. We got Liv Morgan. Who else do we got? Oh, my boy Matt Riddle, and we got John Cena as well. Probably have to pick up that Riddle figure. Maybe wait for a clearance, something like that. Hulk Hogan, it says signature move, the old leg drop and big boot. No doubt about that. And he is, of course, classified as a powerhouse. Well, if the shoe fits, you better wear it. And that's what the Hulkster is going to do. And I'm going to pull him out of the package right there. Throw the package around. Give it the old see you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison for the Hulkster. Looking good. Looking only like a Hulkster would look in Basic Series 139. See you later. Goodbye once again. And now we get Hulkamania. Hulkamania is looking interesting here. I'm going to start it off with the head. Hulkster's got the coked up eyes, man. He's ready to go. He's got mountains of coke, and he's just ready to rip roaring through the entire roster out into MSG. He's going to slam Andre. He's going to slam a tugboat. He's going to do everything he needs to do there. So he's got the crazy wild eyes going on. He does got this bandana, and I was going to say, is it removable? It is removable, so we do get a little accessory action. It does slide right in there between his hair, and of course, this is when he had that fine blonde hair and no real bald spot on the top quite yet. So this is a younger version of Hulkamania right here. He does got the yellow trunks on, the red knee pads, the yellow boots with white laces, the white wrist tape. That's all you need. That's Hulkamania 101 right here. Looking only like a Hulkster could look. Definitely not bad, not great. And like I said, if you already have an Elite, you already have an Ultimate somewhat similar to this, you could probably pass. But you know me, anytime they have a Legend Basic, I'm usually jumping in there. And that's what I did with this Hulk Hogan figure here. Of course, articulation can be the same for all three of these figures. Arm's going to go all the way around. You get a bicep cut, single jointed elbow, hands back and forth, side to side. You do get, actually, this Hulkster's got a little bit more articulation, I think, than this guy, than Pat will have. So we'll talk about that when the time comes. You do get waist articulation. You do get head articulation. You do get the legs up, the bend at the knees, and then you get the boot articulation, which is usually missing from modern day basics, but the Hulkster has it here because they're using an old school Hulk body from back in the day. So the more you know, folks, the more you know. And does he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Maybe he does. Oh my gosh, very tight fit, but he does fit. I actually have a Hulk Hogan just popping around here at my table. I got a Hulk Rules shirt, which I'm going to put it on here, but this really doesn't match, I guess, the more I think about it, because this was definitely after this time frame of the Hulkster. This was a little later on down the line is when Hulk was still ruling, but I guess you could put it on there if you just wanted to. It doesn't hurt. Hulkamania, it's forever. You can do whatever you want, but You can put that soft goods. I got that from Threadheads. So shout out to Threadheads there. Just had that laying at the desk. I said, what the heck, I'll throw it on him. But doesn't quite match up to the era, as we do know right there. So next up, let's take a look at Pat McAfee. How about? Oh, he's, like I said, he stole so many hearts at the announce desk and then went just like that. But there he is, old Pat McAfee. And I've actually never really heard of Pat McAfee until he came into the WWE. I thought he was like a computer virus guy. That's what I thought. And I guess that's like, is that John McAfee? I think he's dead now. So I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but I was always confused with that. Always got them confused. Not anymore. Apparently he was like a kicker in the NFL, so good for him. That's probably the job to have in the NFL, I would imagine, a kicker. A lot of pressure, but man, you don't get dinged up and banged up as much as some of the other guys, I would assume. But I'm not an NFL guy. You guys know. So, Pat McAfee here, of course, stealing a lot of hearts and a little bit of a crossover appeal here. Now, it's the year of crossovers, I guess. We did get Johnny Knoxville in the Elite line. Now we're getting Pat McAfee in the Basics line here. But I can see a lot of fans of his radio show, a lot of fans of his probably college career. I'm sure he played college in his NFL career. They're probably buying this even though they don't watch WWE. They just want Pat McAfee represented at their desk or what have you. So, an interesting crossover one. It's all about the business at the end of the day, so I can see why Mattel would do something like this. Pat McAfee, Glamour Shot, WWE, right there. This is the regular edition. I do believe this is the regular edition on this one. On the back, we got a little tail of the tape there. We got the cross-sell down below. We got the UPCs. We got the warnings. Got all that fun stuff. Pat McAfee says his signature move is the punt kick. Makes a lot of sense. And it's also the superplex, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. But he is classified as a brawler, and that's usually what we see out of these non-wrestlers. They're more brawlers than technicians and things like that. But let's get him out of the package. Let's see what all the fuss is about with old Pat McAfee. And let me tell you, there's fuss. See you later. I think he signed like a multi-million-dollar contract with ESPN, so there's definitely somebody fussing out there. There he is in the old plastic prison. Up high. See you later. Off the ceiling. There it goes. And we get old Pat McAfee here. Now he's got a black wife beater going on, and I immediately figured this was going to be very sticky, but it isn't sticky, at least not yet, but it is kind of a weird rubbery plastic, very much reminiscent of Rick Boog's singlet you could pull down, or the Undertaker SummerSlam, or was it SummerSlam? What was that one? Was it SummerSlam? I think it was SummerSlam, but there was that exclusive with Ringside Collectibles Undertaker. Very similar to that is how this one kind of reminds me. He does have a chain on here as well, so you do have that chain. I believe his head will pop off. Yes, it will. So you can use this on a different body if you really wanted to. If you wanted to make a more announcer Pat McAfee, you could very easily do that if you really needed to. But definitely has that. You got that chain here. Looking really good. A little bit of a dull color to it. But interesting accessories here. And I don't think we've had this wife beater vest, whatever you want to call it, before. So I think that's the first time in the line right here. Now, Pat McAfee's going to have articulation in the same in both these figures. So we'll go through it one time. Head removable, head side to side, back and forth. Arms go all the way around. No bicep cut. Hulkster had one. He does not. Single jointed elbows. Looking interesting. You do get the side to side on the elbows there. You do get the hands back and forth. He does get the Fist of Fury. That makes sense. He is a brawler after all. You get waist articulation. You get the legs that go up. Actually, a very smooth basic right there. But then when he gets to the knees, not so smooth. Feel like you're going to break this guy in half. Oh my gosh, that is a tight knee joint on him. But you do got single jointed knees. Then you get ankles. Really nothing out of that ankle. He's got shoes down there. He does got jeans on. It looks like he tore his jeans here. Oh man, his mom's going to have to patch those up for him. We'll see if that comes to fruition for him. But it is Pat McAfee. I think the head sculpt looks pretty good. Got good hair going on. A little more than 5 o'clock shadow, I would say. But definitely is Pat McAfee. Really could use a microphone, I guess, if you're going to count him as an announcer. But I guess you could count this as a wrestler because he did wrestle at WrestleMania, as we do remember. Oh, there it is, and he does fit on a ringside collectible stand as well. So Pat McAfee getting the job here today done. But what about the Chase edition? Going to be a lot of similar, a lot of different at the same time. I don't know, but there he is. There's the old Chase. We got Pat McAfee, WWE. Same packaging, identical packaging with this one as the regular. The figure is the only thing that is any different here. We're going to pull him out of the package. See what the fuss is about. See you later. Goodbye, plastic prison. Pat McAfee, there it is. And there goes. See you later. Goodbye. And all right, now what do we got? We got the same hands. We got the same body. We We got the same shirt. However, this time it says for the brand. And I would assume the brand is him. He is his own brand. Should I say I'm for the brand as well? I'm for my own Kyle Peterson brand. Oh, Kyle Peterson, what a brand. You hear of Nike, you hear of Kyle Peterson. It's all similar branding, I'm sure. But he does say for the brand right here. It does got a little like gray camo at the top there. And then he's got a little bicep kind of sweatband going on right there, like a young John Cena. So we get a little differences on that. The other differences are on the knees. You do get the painted on kind of tears in the knees there once again, but it looks like they got patched up with some camo to match. So kudos to his mom out there getting that done. And it does look like he does not have the necklace around his neck here. So you get the necklace with one, no necklace over here. So I don't know if that's a factory error. I would assume they would have been on both of them. But apparently the Chase, at least as far as mine, does not have the necklace on his head. So make note of that as well, I guess I would say. Does he fit on a ringside stand? And of course he fits as well. Very, very interesting Pat McAfee. Be very interesting if we get an elite version of Pat McAfee or even an ultimate one of these days. Like I said, he stole a lot of hearts. I wouldn't be shocked to see it, but I don't know what his future holds with the WWE at this point. It sounds like he's kind of gone. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he won't. A little comparison here. Might as well put him next to Michael Cole, of course. They were ruling SmackDown for about a year or so, so we got a Michael Cole Build-A-Figure. It's a shame we haven't got more Michael Cole figures. Hopefully we get one of those. I always think the basic line is perfect for ring announcers, and we've got a few over the years, but we could use some more for sure. But ring announcers, managers, of course, suited figures, street clothes figures, and then your tippy-top guys. You know, the Riddle, they should have an elite, they should have a basic. But I think you could really get more people buying a lot of these basics if you varied them up with announcers and things like that. I think there's no doubt in my mind on that one. And it's always good to mix a Hulkster in to the basic line as well at the same time. So there it is. Basic Series 139, Hulk Hogan, and the Pat McAfee Chase Edition. What are your guys' thoughts on these basics? Pickups, passes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Got to think a lot of people are going to want at least one Pat McAfee figure. I think that's probably in the cards. And the Hulkster always moving units out there. No matter what he does in his personal life, he's moving units out there at retail. That's just the way things do go. So let me know your thoughts on these two figures and two characters in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. Yes, you heard it here first. And then some. We got even more content, including early access to all these videos, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, giveaways, pizza reviews, you name it. It's all going on over there at the old Patreon channel. And it truly is your best way to support this channel and all this content. You got to support the brand. You got to support the brand. That's what he said over here. So check that one out. And then, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Support the brand again. Pick up a t-shirt. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Hulkster, Pat McAfee, and Michael Cole 2, I'm Kyle. And I'll see you all real soon.